Ladies and gentlemen, we here at Sitting with the Sauce want to thank you for continuing to subscribe, to listen, and to watch. Me, Huff, and Sosh want to thank our anchor sponsors, Spotlight Cinema Supply and the Bowman Twin Event Center. Without them, this would never have been possible. If you want to join our advertising family, there are many ways we can achieve that for you. I'd love to advertise on Sitting with the Sauce. Maybe you have some local booze, Oklahoma made, that we could do shots of right here. Oh, God, that is the bullet train, right? Product placement. See this? I'm talking to you, Fin Studios. Oh, yeah. You like that on the mug? How about your logo on the mug? And I get to just do We'll even stick a billboard outside the window, and we don't even know what it means. You should get some Primal Meat. Here on the show, we want to give you a platform to reach the independent film business here in Oklahoma. We've built an audience on the West Coast, on the East Coast, and here in the South. Help us help you. Get to your audience. We could do a voiceover at the top of the show. We could produce a spot for you, whether you are a merchandising company, caterers, production companies, lighting, grip, electrics. If you're an acting coach, if you have studio space, if you're a vendor, reach out to streamlinermobileproduction@gmail.com. Any questions, and we'll be happy to connect you with the audience that you want through our show.
Check. Is this thing on? Well, you bet it is. It's all about the sound department as Mads McFarland joins the table this week on Sitting with the Sauce. When you're at the crossroads of obsession with film and fascination with sound, you start learning from doing, especially when that doing happens to be on a little show called Reservation Dogs. We talk about the importance of mentors in the biz, climbing the ladders from set to set, the intricacies and intimacies of location sound. Sitting with the Sauce, coming to your ears right now, produced by Streamliner.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me at the table. You are listening to Sitting with the Sauce. My name's PJ Sosko. The man behind the camera is the one and only Huffster. Say hello, Huff.
Hello, Huff.
Sosh, you're the man making all the cuts, making everybody heard. Say something to me. Say hello. How was your week this week, gentlemen?
Mighty fine.
Thank you for listening, everybody. We've been having a really good time with the show. I'm very excited with the guests that I have here. I want to give a couple shout-outs. I got my boy, Kerry Malloy, up in New York. He's someone that I worked with many, many times over the years. He was part of the Naked Angels things that I've mentioned on the show. And Kerry got cast in a new show that's coming on down here called The Sensitive Kind. And I just wanted to give a shout out to him. I'm very excited to have him down here. He's going to visit. Maybe I'll have him at the fucking table. And The Sensitive Kind is going on down here. We got Ethan Hawke, Roman, Oklahoma. Starring Hardjoe's doing a new show. It's very exciting. So shout out to Kerry. Also to Bill and Rodney, who we've had as guests on the show. They finished filming Kickchaw this week, and I was with them in the freezing cold, and I was making them all have spit takes in the middle. I was finding lines were coming out of my ass that were, I think, chef's fucking kiss. When I make the cameraman laugh, or the actor opposite me, it's a joyous thing because they are the audience. So shout out to them. We had them on the show. They were at the beginning of filming. Now they're at the end of the filming. And they're also having something called the Tulsa Underground Film Festival that's starting. It's going to be in March. They're behind it. They're going to announce who got in. I know that they're meeting today at a table and drinking far too fucking much and talking about everybody's movies and who's going to get into it. So the Tulsa Underground Film Festival, if it's happened already, because as Sasha tells me when I mention these things, it could date the show. If it's happened already, I hope that you enjoyed yourself. And if this comes out before it, go see it. Because there's a movie that I think I shot in Nashville called The Connoisseur, which is something that I'm so excited for people here to see because it's something that I think it's very unique. It's something I haven't had a chance to show everybody a side of my work. And it was written for me, and it was by, I'm hoping Anne-Marie Boydock is the writer-director. Had a great team, and we shot this down in Nashville. And this is the producers that I mentioned to you guys, I think, on one of the podcasts. I gave them a script out of my pocket, and they agreed to do it. So we not only shot one, we went 2 for 1, because we shot this one called Cause and Effect that you can find out there. You could just Google it, Cause and Effect. It's on something somewhere. With a buddy of mine, and we shot that fucker in one night. So I hope that you get to see it, but check out Tough Fest. Now I'm going to shut the fuck up. Please, somebody, and get to this guest. I'm so excited to have somebody in the world of sound on visiting me at the table. Because if you think that it's important for the director, and it's important to have the good actors, and you gotta have a good story. If nobody can fucking hear your shit, you're fucked. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mads to the table.
Thank you.
Who
Thank you.
is in the world of sound, who I've had the joy of working with twice, I think, maybe 3 times. I don't know.
Maybe 3.
I don't. We're gonna make one up. Welcome to the table.
Thank you so much.
Are you from here?
I am.
Originally.
I was born and raised in Tulsa.
I love it. I love it when I have the actual Oklahomans on here. So Tulsa or OKC?
So Sand Springs, to be
Yep.
precise.
Mm-hmm. That's
which
like
is just
20 minutes. Everything's
15,
kind of like 20
20
minutes
west.
away.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So as soon as I turned 16 and got a license, I started spending a lot of time in Tulsa. So
Always wanted to be involved in film?
I did, and I didn't pursue it right out of high school because I had no idea it was happening here in Oklahoma, and I thought I was gonna have to leave Oklahoma to do
But
that.
an interest in film.
But yes, for sure, always. And now that I'm doing it, and it's like, I think I found it at the exactly when I was supposed to.
Dude, I think Tulsa's humming right
It
now.
really is. It really is, and it's picking up.
I don't like to blow smoke up asses.
No.
But I had a sandbox last night. We had shitty weather. It was one of those, the world blew a little bit of snow out and everything gets canceled. And I put it out there that I'm still going to do it. And we had a great house. Jeremy Charles, shout out to Jeremy Charles. Thank you for joining me at the show. He shows up. I have this motherfucker read something and he fucking kicked its ass. And we were all having drinks afterwards and there was this room filled with creatives.
Hell yeah.
And we shot a film together, which we'll talk about, and we had a shoot the shit after that. We did it in 2 days, and we got done early both days, and we had to shoot the shit afterwards. And it was one of the things when I wanted to do the table, that shoot the shit day was like, I want it to be like that. How everybody, artists are just like, yeah, this is me. This is how I think. This is how I feel.
Right.
So. Always behind the camera, not ever wanting to be like, I want to be an actor, I want to be an actress, I want to be, I want to.
I've never really had the opportunity, although I haven't taken the time to seek it out or audition for anything.
Sure.
I'd be willing to try, I think, but yes, to answer your question, only ever behind the camera.
Now, why sound? Or how was that just like a?
That was just. Man, that was the first department that ever really fascinated me. As soon as I, but okay, full disclosure, my dream job is to be a music supervisor.
Ooh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, I got
but
some
that's
peeps to put you in touch with.
But that's years of school, and I might have to do music theory or something. I'm scared if I study something hard enough, it will make me not love it as much as I used to, so I left it alone. And then I learned about location sound. Didn't even think that was a thing because I was only focused on music in movies. And it was just a holy shit, I want to know everything about this moment. And it hasn't stopped. I hope to never stop learning about sound.
So you're 16. And you're like, does the community suddenly? I don't know what years it's like. Is something bubbling here at that point?
I don't think. You mean my love for music or love for movies or the work?
Yeah, but the work, pointing you in the direction of sound that young.
It was just being obsessed with movies.
Yeah.
Growing up, and loving everything about them, and then. Semi-pretentious thought, which would be, damn, this movie would be better if I got to pick the soundtrack. Hence, the music supervising dream.
Sure. Dude, that side of it is so fucking important to me. And I'm about to move the sandbox into a theater, so we're not going to be in the lobby anymore. We're going to be in one of the theaters. We're going to close one and have us be in it.
Fuck yeah.
And in the Naked Angels company in New York that I used to work with, they started having musicians, singer-songwriters come in. So it wasn't 6 pieces. It was then suddenly the sixth piece was a singer-songwriter trying on a song that they're working on, just like a playwright is trying on or a screenwriter is trying on.
Okay.
And it's a different room. And then you find people who you can. My first film, Stuck in Muskogee, I have 2 writers from New York that I met at Naked Angels, and I said, "You guys got something in this vein?" They both did. They let me use it. I had 2 songs to work with in my movie that were dope. I am trying to generate that here, ladies and gentlemen. Look me up, send me something, because I want to. I think that's such an important part of the process to start with film, to get the musicians reading the script, watching some things, to get the tone, get the feel, because that's so important.
It is.
Rather than just throwing shit at, see what it looks like. I don't know how it's going to influence you, but so yeah.
Right.
The music side of it is so fucking key and important.
It is.
Yeah.
And I love music so much in general. I think I love music than anything else in the world, and that's where it all started for me. And the guy who trained me and taught me everything I know likes to joke that every sound mixer is a failed musician.
Sashi? Dude, I could see Sashi with a headbang, man.
Yeah.
What was that, dog? Okay, sorry. That's another podcast altogether.
Didn't mean to call you out, man.
Who is your mentor? Do you mind giving him a shout out?
Absolutely, Roy Sharp.
Okay,
I love
Roy
you so much.
Roy Sharp, man.
Thank you for teaching me everything.
Roy Sharp. We're gonna do something in your honor, Roy Sharp, for passing on.
Yeah.
Here's someone that I've worked with in a very, we met on Reservation Dogs, and had a great time. Out of the blue, I'm coming into a good show that I'm a huge fan of, and you all made me feel comfortable. That day came out great. So here, you did a good job, young man. Here's to you.
Thank you, Royce, too.
So Roy takes you under his wing? I know, I did.
Oh, yeah. Let me...
How does that happen?
So, my first real set ever was a short film that... Ryan Redcorn? Question mark?
No.
Okay. Lives in Bosca.
Okay.
He's Osage. He does mostly photography.
Okay.
But he also shoots, and he directed a short called Dead Bird Hearts.
Okay.
Which,
Dead Bird Hearts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like it. Which I was actually hired on as a PA.
Okay.
But the person that Royce was going to have boom on it ended up playing a part in the short. And so Royce was down at Boom Op.
Right.
My boss was so cool. Another shout out, Stephen Hanen. I love you so much.
Stephen Hanen. A lot of love at the table for you. I don't know who the fuck you are, but I love you too.
Great.
I hope it's not creepy.
He's a very, very good man. No, he deserves all the love. He deserves all the love. But yeah, he hired me on as a PA, knew that I had interest in sound. That's the direction I wanted to go. So did PA duties in the morning, and then I was Royce's all day during filming. So I learned so much during that time. And that's what solidified it. Royce told me.
I love the hustle that you did as a PA, and I can't tell you how many times I have to say, a lot of the crews that I've met here have been dope. So there hasn't been that like person who's just looking at their cell phone. That is just it's like, because as a PA, you could pick your ass half the day kind of and wait for somebody to tell you what to do.
Right.
But you're absorbing a whole nother department and doing that.
Trying.
I love it.
I tried to. I really did.
Kudos.
Thank you. And from then, and then I did that Dead Bird Hearts, which was only 3 days. It was like a weekend. And then I had to go back.
Don't ever touch my cord again, huh? Please go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
Who's the large man touching my cord?
But he likes it.
Please go.
Wait, where was I?
I have no idea.
Shit.
Suddenly got completely... With the ninja.
Wait, somebody help me. Sash, help me. What was I saying?
No, he took you under his wing.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That was how. Because I had to go back to a day job after that, right?
Okay.
I did not stop working as a normal person and then becoming a freelancer to only work in film until a couple months after that when I got the call to be on Res Dogs season 2.
Nice.
So I haven't even been doing it that long, man.
Right.
But that's how I met Royce, and then it took almost a year and a half from that set before I was his that mixer on something.
Nice.
And since then, it's just been.
But you're thrown into the fire with Res Dogs. So what's that? So you go from I'm learning stuff, and now you're in it.
now I'm in sound, which is like
don't
what?
fuck up.
No shit.
It's game
No
time.
shit.
Yeah. So, well, no, but I not to say that there were fuck ups, but what were were there things that you remember as rattlers that I gotta get a hold of that? Or
Sure.
It's such an important department.
It is, and I think the thing that I like it is how important it is, and for some weird reason that I won't ever understand is nobody assumes it is. Nobody.
I want to beat with a fucking stick someone who said, "We'll get it in post." I really do.
Right. Put quotations around that because you're talking out of your ass when that's being said. At least with audio,
motherfucker. Have you even thought about the budget for post?
I haven't gotten to do it yet. No, right. I'm angry with you. And I haven't got to do much editing, which I want to. I know it'll make me a better sound mixer. There are people who walk up to me and they're like, "Hey, can we get away with this noise?" And I'm like, I don't know. So I want to edit.
Yeah.
I don't know how to start with that.
It's something that's new that I'm in my second one now that I've edited now, my second short film. I love fucking pulling the strings. Yeah. I feel like a fucking maestro. Like at 2:00 in the morning, when I find something that was like not even in the cut, but because my DP knows not to stop running.
Yeah.
And I can slip something in. There's some touches in our film that were after cut that suddenly were like this wonderful little storytelling device. It was fucking dope.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen. So we worked on. So Rodney, who was here with Bill, from Sandbox, he threw a script at me, and we ended up shooting it. And we thought we could do it in 2 days, and we did. And it wasn't all that in a bag of chips. It was probably 6 of us.
Yeah, if that.
It was.
I think so. You're right.
I mean, now we were doing natural light and all that kind of stuff. With that in mind, Rodney, that's why we don't do campfires. I'm not going to tell you. That's an inside joke. I should say it. But we had a dynamite time, and it was a really fun-flowing project. And I took on the editing of it because I was really talking with Roddy and Heavy in the development of it, of how he thought we shot it in a certain way. And Blake, who's been at the table, or maybe not, right, Sash? We don't know. Blake was my DP, and literally this motherfucker came in with like 6 hours of pre-pro because we had lost our DP. And Blake just did a dynamite job. So yes, I'm about to show her the cut of the film after we're done here.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot, everybody. This has been a 15-minute show.
Peace.
Yeah. So no, but talk to me about Rest Dogs. So you're in it. You're talk to me about things you learned along that process because you're in it for 2 seasons.
So the first season that I was in, season 2, I was actually in locations. I wasn't even in sound yet.
Oh wow!
I did locations on season 2, and then I wasn't in sound until season 3.
How does that transition happen?
I did. What did I do in between then?
Unless that's Hush Hush.
No, it's not at all. There was another short film that a friend of mine, Cheyenne Scarborough, shout out, did, and so Royce took opportunities to train me up in between season 2 and season 3.
Yeah,
and he felt that yes, we were still training on season 3, but.
Right.
A Sterling Harjo set is also one of the best places on earth to be trained in anything.
Good time. That's cool. It's good to hear. I'm sure I'd love to hear that.
And Royce knew that and took that opportunity, and I will forever be thankful for that. Because I mean, what I learned, I can't even begin to tell you, PJ. Because
of course, it's like man. You're suddenly.
If it was a list on my phone, I'd be like scrolling,
Yeah. We do this thing, and I usually save this for the end, but because we're specifically into Res Dogs.
Okay.
What I'd say a tale from the take. Like, was there one specific thing that you were like, I am fucking pocketing this because it's important to learn that from this instance? I'm sure there's a bajillion, but one that comes to mind that you learned something from that you
yes,
is going to be one of those tales that you're going to
tell.
That
I also think is very important to Oklahoma film.
Please.
so many people here who are, and I want to talk to like anybody who like wants to like get into film. So many people here would, and I was told this by Royce, but I know he's not the only one who feels this way, would so much rather hire someone and teach them who has very little experience / knowledge,
Right.
but a great attitude.
Sure.
Versus a lot of experience and knowledge, and maybe even a little arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, Royce is going to pick the former.
Yeah.
Hence why I was even hired.
Got a chance.
Got a chance, and I'm just fucking happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
just excited
Yeah.
to learn and participate, and
Yeah.
we are.
Participation's so cool. The collaborative spirit of a film set is such a fucking dope experience when it's all humming.
that's my favorite part, I think.
Oh man. That's what the juice is.
It's like working as a collective, and
Yeah.
yeah, we're all each have like individual little teams, aka departments, but like we're all one
But
ginormous
there's
team.
450 people who have all worked together for action to cut. From, 3 a.m.
Yeah.
The motherfucker rolling the goddamn trucks in to the muddy shit and setting the goddamn generator up. Yeah, I want to get one of those motherfuckers. I'd love to hear their stories. I've got some of those, I bet.
Transpo?
Yeah, dude, transpo.
I'll get a transpo motherfucker in here for you.
Before I'm done, I'm gonna have somebody. What is that? What is the John called? I'm forgetting it right now. The honey wagon. I'm gonna have the honey wagon person at the table.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to have tales from the honey wagon. No, nobody fucking wants to hear those things. My God. So how have you negotiated the film world here to go to? It seems like you're going from project to project. You're now working, if I can talk about, or if you want to mention your next project you're working on.
I think so.
Or if you want to do, like, you seem to be, going from thing to thing. Or maybe you don't feel it like that. I know some of my friends, you're like, you're in like 3 shows and like, I can't get a job.
Honestly, my last like more than one day gig was in December, like mid-December.
Yeah.
So it's been, but Royce told me that I worked more than him last year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. He's been doing this shit for 18 years.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to get called for like all the shorts that people are doing and like the smaller things.
Because your name's getting around.
And he taught me to say yes to fucking everything. Just
fuck yes, as
throw
much as you
yourself
can.
at it. Learn, teach oneself as much as you can,
And learn by fucking doing.
Yeah.
My first 10 years, I did every fucking the student films, and I learned so. I've said this. I don't know. I think I said this on a podcast when I was being interviewed that I have a good ones and a bad ones DVD of the first 10 years of work.
Ooh.
Of like the ones that did well or won awards or got this, and the ones that just fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Or why they sucked, or things that I mean, those things are so fucking valuable.
Yeah.
To put those lessons to use. It's you got to get out of a class and do it on a goddamn set.
Mm-hmm. You have to.
Yeah,
you have to.
Talk about how did Rodney come to you? How did Becoming, the film that Rodney and I shot is called Becoming Harry, but it's how did that happen? Because he had you. I ended up bringing Blake, so I'm bringing the DP, and he's like, I got the sound. I'm like, who? I'm like, oh, fuck, I work with her.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
so
isn't
cool.
that it's?
I
Yeah.
love that. That makes me
Flowers
feel,
are important.
Feel good. They are. Thank you. I met him. I mic'd him. I was the sound mixer for a short that a girl named Lainey Starr directed, who is just an absolute doll. She was so
Nice.
fun to work for.
Oklahoman?
I think not born but lives. I want to say she's from Texas. I think she's just going to school here.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right. And she wrote and directed a short that I was the sound mixer on, and Rodney played the parent of one of the kids.
You can just stop right there, Rodney and parent. It just in general.
That's it. That's it. But I'm pretty sure he said something like, "What was your name? Okay, may I have your contact information? Because I'm always looking for sound people." And we ended up keeping in touch, which I was so thankful for.
Do that, people. When you're on, and this is one of the reasons why I'm doing Sandbox, and I try to remind everybody, if you like someone's work, get their damn number.
Yeah. Or even just
Don't
Instagram.
forget.
He DM'd me on Instagram,
Yeah, man.
PJ.
Yeah. It works. Not always. Sometimes people don't check their DMs, or they don't check the Facebooks, or they're on to now the whatever the fucks, the blue sky. There's a blue sky. I don't know. I thought that was something I looked up on a trampoline, and I looked up. Now it's a thing.
Now it's an app.
I don't want another fucking app. I can't have one more fucking thing to check. I don't check the shit that I.
There's enough.
Oh my fucking! I don't want to learn a new one. I don't want another. Everybody wants to dump Facebook. I understand because I met it in this. I don't want to learn another one.
There's an app for that.
Right.
How about the progression of sound equipment?
The progression of sound equipment.
Or
I feel like
have you seen a progression in sound equipment in the time that you've?
I don't think I can say that. I think what I can say is hearing horror stories of people that I am befriending and learning a lot from, always having to be hardwired into camera, or that I'm thankful that I didn't come into sound whenever that was a thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got horror stories, gents? Huff's not going to talk. Huff, we got to get him under a light.
Although there is a safety with hardwire.
Yeah.
So there is,
Yeah.
wireless can fuck up. And
it sure can.
Yeah. That's scary. That's scary. That hasn't happened to me yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I only have learning to do. I only have growing to do, and I'm like so ready.
Cool.
I think even though I've been doing it for like almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
I know I'm still a baby, and I know I still have so much growing to do.
There's so much. Dude, I see that sound truck,
50.
and I'm just like, the cart you guys got. I'm like, I can't even, man. There's so much technical prowess of understanding, and also there could be a bajillion things that go wrong with one antenna. How many mic? The bigger the set, how many fucking channels do you got? Everybody's there's 8 actors. There's boom.
I can tell you on Res Dogs, on one of the last days of Res Dogs, which was, I mean, it's not a spoiler if you're gonna watch the show, but at the very end is a funeral.
Yeah. And
Native funeral is a big deal.
Sure.
Everyone you know.
Yeah.
Everyone who this person knew. Every person's life that this person who has passed is touched will be there.
Yes.
And it's an event. So every character that was ever on Res Dogs
how many fucking
was
channels?
there.
How many channels?
With a line. I like 22.
Oh my Lord.
We had so many. We had to rig up Royce's cart just to add so many receivers because there's going to be one person that has a line in the scene, but 16 other people have lines that are repeating. So we still have to have a mic just for this one person and their one line.
And you got 8. Yeah, you got 19. Yeah.
Thank you, Sash.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a jigsaw puzzle.
It was, but it was. I love the challenge. I love the
cool.
And I can't dog on camera. We can't make we need each other to make what we're gonna make. But
so important.
For a camera to go from one scene to another, it's pick it up and move it.
Mm-hmm.
For sound, we might have 2 people in this scene and then 6 in the next one.
Mm-hmm.
We still probably only have those 5/10, maybe 10 max minutes that camera's moving for us to get all those people mic'd. Because guess what? Nobody likes waiting on sound.
Nobody wants to fucking wait.
We
on
really,
sound.
we really do our best to respect that.
course.
That's how Royce has trained me.
Yeah.
It's like we're quick.
Yeah.
What's the thing that he likes to say? What does he always tell me?
Oh, give some love.
Gentle with a quickness. That's how he's like.
Huff, leave that alone.
Like, hey, he's like, I'm like panicking and trying to get something done. Hey, Mads, take a breath.
Yeah.
You're not being as gentle as you need to be.
Right.
And it's because also
the gentleness
all
is
the equipment.
important with the act, because you're up, you're like, I'm gonna put my hand down
I am
your pants
in
now.
somebody's business.
Yeah. You're up in their boobies.
Yeah.
You're all like,
Yeah.
It's a crazy.
And there's a polite and impolite way to do it.
Fuck
there's
yes.
there's
an intimacy that is shared with the sound person.
Yeah.
That is just really weird. Now, we have to linger on it because that's creepy. Because,
Sure.
But there is an invasiveness.
There can be.
Like, here, all right, now I'm going to put, you over there, I'm going to hand this to you so you drop it down your leg.
Right.
But it
Right.
used to be that there was not like, someone would reach down your pants and grab. Like I remember, like back in the day, like I'm fucking back when we had Charlie Chaplin. But I remember that it wasn't like they hand it and you drop it. Like someone like I'm like yeah.
You're like
I'm a
hands
theater
up,
actor.
do your thing.
I'm hands up, drop trowel. I don't give a fuck.
You're going in for a damn physical.
He's begging me.
No, please don't do that to us. Please don't do that to us.
But
we
it's
will
so, you know,
figure
I
your
can't
outfit out. You do
imagine.
not have to take anything off.
I can't. I know. I'm sure. People are like, I'll do whatever. You're like, no.
Please don't. Please don't.
Has there been any fun stuff like that?
You know what?
Yeah, talk to me. Here we go.
Graham Greene, I love you. If you even remember who I am, I
Graham
love you
Greene,
and I miss you.
Hugs and kisses.
He was so fun to work with. He was so fun. He got me in trouble with the costumes department because he was like, I was trying to figure out how to run his wire, which like I'm still brand new to miking. So it's what utility does is like
Sure.
they mic the actors with the wires and figure out where the pack's gonna go, how to hide it, yada yada.
So that's utility?
Yeah.
So give me the code word. So it's utility is that?
Sure. Okay. Sound mixer, sound department head.
Right.
Then
He's
they
the guy
are the
on the
person
fucking
pushing
cart.
the faders. Yes.
Right.
Yes, that is him.
Here's a fucking, we're going to do a lesson on sound on a set. Go.
Yeah. And then the boom operator is obviously
And that's his
the
own thing.
boom
He's called
operator.
boom. He's boom.
He is the boom. Yeah.
Utility's putting the stuff on the peeps.
Utility is miking.
Getting all up
They're
in the thing.
handling the wires.
They're handling.
They are also handling on a really big show. If we have carts.
Yeah.
They're pushing the cart. They're in charge
Copy.
of the cart. They're in charge of the organization. They're keeping batteries on charge. They're changing the batteries on the transmitters that I've put on the actors. And they usually do not leave sound mixer's side, anything a sound mixer needs and anything boom op needs, because boom op will not be able to leave set.
Sure.
Boom op is sound department's, I don't know, what do I want to say? Representation
Sure.
on set.
Yep.
If the sound mixer is on set, I feel like I'm not doing my job
Right.
when I am the boom operator.
Yeah.
He or she should not have to leave their cart unless I'm like in dire need of something, because that's something also that Royce does a lot. Is he's such a good teacher. I can just call him on walkie and be like, hey, I need your brain for this, because I am still pretty green at what I'm doing, and I will walk on. And like he went to school for lighting design. So not only does he have that brain, he also did camera work right out of college. So he has that brain, and he's a sound mixer. So this man can just walk right onto a set and know exactly where his shadows are going to be and figure out where to be.
Yeah.
I am still having to hold my pole in front of the light, see where it lands.
Yeah.
Right? And
Dude, the boom, how many times? Booms in shot, booms in shot. Blah.
Right.
And there's this. So now you got this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Everybody talk. I mean, I think. So, are there exercises you do? Do you get?
I should. I don't.
You just fucking put it up. It's there.
I balance it on my head a lot.
Oh wow.
And yeah, there's different, weight distribution.
Yeah.
Matters, and there's ways to like give one arm a break and.
Have you
switch
ever shit the
sides.
bed on a shot? Have you ever fucking popped it in?
Absolutely. I really like.
I don't mean shit the bed. I mean,
I'd-
it happens.
It does to the best of us. God, it sucks so bad. I hate hearing that boom, that noise. I hate
Oh,
hearing it so much.
There's got to be a little bit.
But it's
like
a part of it.
Yes.
I'm not doing my job as well as I could if I'm not walking that line that is frame.
Yeah.
And somebody and Royce telling me, Mads, on walkie, you're getting real close. I'm
Yeah.
like, I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I won't come down anymore, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay right here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have a nice community? Do you always feel? I feel like the communication between sound and camera is always important. Have you found that to be the case, or is there a wall sometimes in between? Is there
Sometimes, at a certain point, it really is just going to be personality meshing or clashing.
Sure.
But I would like to think that for the most part we will always have a common ground and respect for each other. I mean, we're each half of what's being made.
Yeah.
In the day, as far as like, and not to negate art or costumes or
no, everything has
as far as
that's
as far as like
collaborative nature of it.
technicality of like those two departments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Clothing can be judged unless you're naked, but if they can't hear the person, you have no movie unless it's a silent movie. If you can't see them, same thing. You know, other than that, the clothing doesn't matter if you can't see them.
Yeah.
Huff, do you have a story about that? Okay. I don't know where that was going. There's, a dance I always love to do with the DP, and there's always a dance that I love to do with sound as well. There was, it was a walk and talk film I shot very early in my career in New York. And it was the time when I realized that the sound person can hear everything that I do in between takes. I like no fucking like it was the time when I'm like, I can. So I became the voiceover for him. Like I'm like, oh, here, she's coming over. What's gonna happen today? And I'd see him giggling. So suddenly I became like this little voiceover for the sound person. Said that if nothing else, if we were all bored, I'm going to entertain you a little bit, just for. And ladies and gentlemen, turn off or if you're going to do take one or take a two, realize that you got a mic.
Don't forget. Don't forget. People be forgetting.
Oh.
But hey, a good sound mixer is going to, because I'm passing out IFBs, which are the little devices that I'm going to hand to a director or the executive producer, or anybody else who wants to listen, and anybody who has ears. Yeah, I'm broadcasting everything I'm recording, and a sound mixer that's cool.
Yeah.
Is gonna bump you down.
Yeah, of course.
And like you're not. But I've also had people just like without me asking this of them, be like, "Hey, I'm going to the bathroom." I'd be like, "Thank you for letting me know. I already had you bumped down, but if I didn't, I would have done it right then."
Bump you down now. No one needs to know.
But those are also people that have probably been acting for a while.
Yes.
That have probably already been in a restroom. And then came out.
But then sometimes
and had
when
somebody tell them, "We heard you."
Yes, yeah. Or you come out and you're like, "Oh, wow, you were listening."
Which I never am.
Or you're having a moment.
I don't want to.
I was like, in between scenes, you go in the bathroom and you get yourself jazzed up for the scene. You rehearse lines, and you come over, and the sound person's like, "How'd that go?"
I won't do that to you. I won't give you shit until after you've shot your scene that you just practiced in the bathroom that I got to listen to. I'll wait.
It's such an interesting, but you really are like the eavesdropping. There is a side of it that's got to be I don't know, not salacious, not that you want it, but that's the wrong word, but that you have the eyes and ears when within earshot of everybody's fucking mic, you can hear fucking. That must be like, I know when X-Men, when like Professor X suddenly hears everybody's brain at the same time. It's got to be like,
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot. And on a shoot that's like a documentary, shooting documentary is my favorite. But it's just it's so go, and I don't like music is so important to me. If I have to go an entire day without listening to music, which I do, I love sound. I love the aspects of it and studying it and how could it be better, or everything about it. But if I have to actually go an entire day of only listening to people's voices, and I don't actually get to just sit down and take off my headphones and listen to music, I will go insane.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta listen to music every fucking day.
It's so...
And I'm always seeking out new music to inspire me. I'm always seeking out, see what I love that the Apples or the Spotify's just throw shit at you.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm going to listen to, alt whatever the fuck today and see what's new. I'm always inspired by that. Have you done any, sound stuff for bands, for music? Are you, has there been any, concert kind of shit? Is that something that, because sometimes I know Sasha, I know these guys end up doing live events or,
Yeah, not too much yet, but kind of. One of my favorite shows I have gotten to work on so far, the TV show called We're Here.
He's fisting me.
Oh, okay.
You just saw him fist me.
I did.
Off camera.
I was a witness.
That was
that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sash just gave me the fist. Can you feel it? Can you smell what the Sash is cooking? Sorry. Yes, please continue. Oh my God. Yes.
I forgot what I was saying again.
As you would when you see someone give.
Wait. What was I saying?
Concert. There was a concert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. There's a TV show that I had the opportunity to work on when they came through Tulsa. It's a drag TV show that's on HBO. It's called We're Here. Absolutely amazing show. All of the drag queens that are on it, they were there. I mean, the TV show is this group of drag queens traveling the country in each city they're in. They recruit people, and I mean, it could be somebody who, is just realizing that they want to transition, but they don't know anything about being a woman.
Yeah.
Or someone who already is out and gay, but knows absolutely nothing about drag and wants to be taught and wants to learn how to dance and perform
camaraderie,
anything
on a
yes. And so I actually got to do sound. I was miking drag queens in a minute or less, and it was so fun because
I bet there's some saucy.
We had to.
Yeah.
You. Of
I
course,
bet. I bet.
Know. You already know,
honey. I bet you heard that, honey. You can do whatever you want to do to me.
Yeah, talk about hands up, do your thing. Yeah, I mean, but some of them were kind of shy because they were someone who was very new to transitioning and or cross dressing, or which isn't cross dressing to them anymore. It's them learning how they want to dress from now on. It's them learning what feels right to them.
Yeah,
and
what a fun project to be part of.
Those people, yes, because I was miking them and we had to record their sound for the TV show itself, and then we're also running the live sound for the drag show that we're putting on.
Oh wow!
We did one at Mercury Lounge.
Wow.
Shout out Merc, I love you, Merc.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a bar I hang out in.
Yeah.
Just for leisure. And so to be there and working and putting on a drag show, which Merc is all about everybody's welcome at Merc. So that wasn't anything new. But what was cool was being paid to do something that I love with people that I care about.
Yeah, and a story that you want to tell and give a voice to and let people, good on
that was, like life fuel, man, like soul feeding shit.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, look, I've been thrilled to have you at the table and have a conversation about sound and hear about your journey.
Thank you, PJ.
I hope that we find ourselves on more sets together.
I know we will.
Oh yeah, and you are now someone in my Rolodex to reach out to as well, which is really, you were a wonderful addition to the set, and just again, shooting the shit afterwards was really fun. That was so fucking easy. For reals. It was like we were fishing in a lake.
Yeah.
It's you, Will Wilson. If you know Will Wilson, so we got Sasquatch,
love you, Will.
Me, Mads, Rodney with his fucking handlebar porn stash. And who else was there? I mean, it was just the motliest fucking crew. Just, hanging out, smoking a J, watching the end of the day, having ended early. It was so delightful.
It was. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you for joining us on that day. Thank you for like stepping up to the plate and fucking coming on for like a little 2-day thing. It was great to have you there.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Please never forget, you can never have enough AA batteries. We'll talk to you next week, man. Thanks for sitting with us. This has been Sitting with the Sauce. PJ out.